Two separate and alarming jailbreaks have recently occurred in the United States. These incidents have sent ripples of concern through communities. Law enforcement agencies are engaged in extensive manhunts. 3 dangerous fugitives remain at large following these escapes. Their continued freedom poses a significant public safety risk. Authorities are working tirelessly to locate them. The circumstances surrounding each escape differ significantly. The methods used and the potential motivations of the escapees vary. This presents unique challenges for investigators. The 3 men currently being sought are Grant Hardin from Arkansas and Derek Groves and Antoine Massey from New Orleans. Each has a history of serious criminal behavior. Grant Hardin is a former police chief. He was convicted of murder and rape. His escape from a state prison in Arkansas is particularly concerning given his background. Derek Groves was convicted of murdering 2 men. He escaped from the Orleans Justice Center in New Orleans. His potential for violence is high. Antoine Massey was also part of the New Orleans escape. He was charged with domestic abuse involving strangulation and motor vehicle theft. Massey has a documented history of escaping custody since he was a teenager. The manhunts for these individuals involve hundreds of law enforcement personnel. Local, state, and federal authorities are collaborating. The scale of the search reflects the seriousness of the situation. Experience shows that the longer fugitives remain at large, the more difficult their capture becomes. The initial hours are critical for apprehension. Most escapees are caught within 48 hours of their disappearance. The chances of successful capture decrease significantly after this initial period has passed. These 3 men have now been free for much longer. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. The fugitive in the Arkansas case is Grant Hardin, age 56. He escaped from a state prison in Calico Rock, Arkansas. This facility is known as the North Central Unit. The escape occurred on May 25th. The time was approximately 2:55 p.m. This happened during daylight hours. Hardin was serving lengthy sentences. His convictions were for murder and rape. These are extremely serious violent crimes. Before his incarceration, Hardin served as the police chief of a small town nearby. That town is Gateway, Arkansas. His prior law enforcement experience is a factor in the manhunt. The method of his escape was unusual. He reportedly wore a makeshift outfit. This outfit was designed to mimic law enforcement attire. The clothing included black pants and a black t-shirt. He also wore a black baseball cap. An item resembling a bulletproof vest was also part of the disguise. Authorities have stated that this outfit was not standard-issue prison or law enforcement gear. An investigation is underway to determine how he obtained these items. This suggests potential inside help or significant planning. It is believed Hardin exited the prison through a sally port. This is a controlled entry and exit point. It typically requires specific procedures to pass through. His absence was discovered during a routine inmate count. This occurred 15 to 20 minutes after he is believed to have escaped. This short window allowed him to gain some distance. Weather conditions at the time may have played a role. It was raining fairly significantly. This rain could have provided a small advantage by potentially hindering immediate pursuit or tracking efforts. The North Central Unit is primarily a medium-security prison. However, Hardin was housed in a maximum security wing. This detail highlights the perceived risk he posed even within the facility. The investigation is also exploring whether a kitchen job Hardin held aided his escape. Access to certain materials or areas within the prison could have been facilitated by this assignment. This remains a line of inquiry for investigators. The New Orleans escape involved 2 fugitives who remain at large. They are Derek Groves, age 27, and Antoine Massey, age 32. They escaped from the Orleans Justice Center. This jailbreak occurred on May 16th. It involved a larger group of inmates initially. 10 inmates managed to escape the facility together. Since the escape, 8 of the other fugitives have been apprehended. Most were caught in the New Orleans area. Some were located as far away as Texas. The escape method used by the group was resourceful. They reportedly used hair clippers and stolen blankets. these items were leveraged to facilitate their escape. The inmates cut through a small hole in the wall. This hole was located behind a metal toilet in their cell area. This suggests a vulnerability in the facility's structure. Before leaving, the escapees left a message on the wall. It was a taunting note. The message read, "To easy lol." The escape was not immediately detected by staff. Authorities did not notice the inmates were missing for more than 7 hours after the escape occurred. This significant delay gave the fugitives a substantial head start. The public was alerted even later than the internal discovery. This delay in notification caused concern among residents. It also potentially hindered early public assistance in the search. Investigators have determined the escapees received outside help. At least 14 accomplices are believed to have assisted the group. This indicates a network of support. The accomplices included friends and family members of the inmates. Shockingly, a jail maintenance worker is also suspected of providing assistance. This points to potential corruption or negligence within the facility. Some individuals suspected of being accomplices face serious charges. They have been charged with felonies related to aiding the escape. High bonds have been set for their release. The manhunt for Grant Hardin in Arkansas faces unique challenges. Authorities believe he is likely still in the rugged terrain near the prison. This area is known for its dense forests and numerous caves. Hardin may be leveraging his familiarity with this specific environment. North Central Arkansas is one of the most cave-dense regions in the state. These natural features provide potential hiding places. His background as a former police chief also presents a challenge. He is likely familiar with law enforcement tactics and procedures. This knowledge could help him evade capture. Hardin also grew up in Midwest Arkansas. This region shares similar terrain characteristics. His lifelong familiarity with such landscapes could be an advantage. The caves in the area offer more than just concealment. They can provide access to water sources. Boulders and small passages within the caves offer further places to hide. Weather has also impacted the search efforts. Rain and fog have occurred since the escape. These conditions can affect the effectiveness of search resources like tracking dogs, drones, and aircraft. The manhunt for Groves and Massey in New Orleans faces different obstacles. Authorities believe they may have fled the state. This necessitates a multi-state search effort. Currently, authorities are at an impasse regarding their precise location. They have leads, but no confirmed sightings or positions. This uncertainty complicates the search strategy. The fugitives could potentially still be in the local New Orleans area. However, they could also be anywhere else in the United States. The vastness of the potential search area is a major challenge. As noted, they received help from friends and family. This support network could be providing them with essential resources. These resources include food, cash, transportation, and hiding places. This outside assistance makes tracking them significantly more difficult. They are not solely reliant on their own means for survival and movement. The network provides a layer of protection. Authorities searching for Grant Hardin in Arkansas maintain their belief that he is still in the general area near the prison. The focus of the search remains concentrated in north central Arkansas. This is based on intelligence and the nature of the terrain. Hardin's motives for escaping may be complex. He has close ties to his former town of Gateway. This connection could influence his actions or potential destinations. Community members in Gateway are understandably worried. Hardin was convicted of the murder of James Appleton, a local resident. His return or presence in the area is a significant concern for public safety. For Derek Groves and Antoine Massey, the motivations are likely more straightforward. Groves faces a potential life sentence if returned to prison. He was convicted of 2 counts of second-degree murder. Antoine Massey has a long history of escaping custody. He has escaped from a juvenile center in the past. He has also cut off ankle monitors. Massey's track record suggests a strong inclination to avoid incarceration. His primary goal is likely to remain free at all costs. This makes him potentially desperate and dangerous. Authorities in Louisiana have stated they have a lot of leads. They are actively receiving tips from the public. Every piece of information is being investigated. It is highly probable that Groves and Massey are moving. They may be relocating to other areas or states. Their support network could be facilitating this movement. A multi-state search reflects the belief that they are no longer confined to the immediate New Orleans area. Coordination between different law enforcement agencies is crucial. Authorities involved in both manhunts are utilizing all available resources. This includes personnel, technology, and intelligence gathering. The effort is extensive and ongoing. Law enforcement is urgently appealing to the public for assistance. They are urging everyone to remain vigilant. Any information, no matter how small, could be critical. The public is reminded that these fugitives are considered dangerous. Grant Hardin is a convicted murderer and rapist. Derek Groves is a convicted double murderer. Antoine Massey has a history of violence and escape. Authorities have issued stern warnings to anyone considering helping the fugitives. Providing aid, shelter, or resources to an escapee is a felony. Anyone found assisting them will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Rewards are being offered for information leading to the capture of these men. These rewards are substantial incentives for public cooperation. For Grant Hardin, the FBI is offering a reward of up to $20,000. This reward is for information that leads directly to his apprehension. For Massey and Groves, a combined reward of $100,000 is being offered. This reward is a joint effort from Crime Stoppers, the FBI, and other agencies. It is split as $50,000 for information leading to the capture of Groves and $50,000 for Massey. Arkansas authorities have released a photo rendering of Hardin. This image depicts how he may look now. It has been nicknamed the Devil in the Ozarks rendering. Tips about potential sightings of Hardin elsewhere had been received. However, none of these tips have panned out. The focus of the search remains heavily concentrated in north-central Arkansas. Louisiana authorities took immediate action after the New Orleans jailbreak. They alerted surrounding states promptly. This was done to broaden the search area and prepare other jurisdictions. The cooperation between different agencies and the public is paramount. The safety of the community depends on the successful capture of these three dangerous individuals. Stay alert and report anything suspicious.